way as well is I want him walking side to side. I don't want him walking like an old fucking Nintendo game. So easy to fix. Third person character up here, character movement. I think it's character movement, I think. Yeah. Use controller desired rotation and rotation to movement. Keep that one ticked on. Keep them both ticked on. Maybe not. Sorry, that's my bad. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just guessing here. I'm just guessing. We need to get rid of that other one. There you go. And that should walk side to side. There we go. So now he walks side to side, he jumps, and he moves with the camera. That's exactly how we want this. We want him to quickly run, walk, jump, and shit like that. Okay. We now need to just quickly add a sprint in, so we can run and walk, which is super easy. We're going to literally open up our project settings, which is file, which is edit, product settings. We're going to go down to inputs, input names. We've got jump, but we want sprint. Okay, and if you click on this little button, you can click on the button that you want. I always have sprint and collapse lock. A lot of people have it as shift, but it hurts my finger, so I just have it as that. Anyway, this automatically saves. We can get rid of this. Go to third person character event craft, and I like to grab all this and move it over here, so every time we open it doesn't get in the fucking way. Right click and type in sprint. Now we need to set it, so we need to go to character movement first, max speed, and we need to figure out what is the max speed for this. So him running, the max speed is 45, so let's try 250 and see if he walks on that. Yeah, so it isn't, so yeah, so he's walking on that, so we keep that as that. So when this is pressed, this sprint button, we need to grab the character movement and set the max walk speed. This is easy coding, okay, and we want to set that to 400, and then just control D and duplicate that. You can pop that in there and just use the same node if you wish. If you want to keep it a little bit more tidier, just push it like this, and then this goes back to 250. So on pressed is 400, on release is 250. Okay, so as we're walking, we hold shift, he runs, let go of shift, he walks. Okay, next thing probably is a stamina bar, but that's probably the next thing that we're going to need to implement. So pretty easy. So back to third person character, let's get a variable, and we're going to call this stamina. Stamina. And we're going to use it as a float. Okay, we're going to control, save, and then edit it and keep it as 1. Put this in player underscore info, so we keep everything together so it doesn't start getting. So the stamina is his on 1. So how we want this to work is pretty simple. So we need to, every time we press sprint, yeah, we need to let it go like that and then put a delay in here. Okay, so when the sprint is being pressed, every time every time he sprints, we want to remove stamina. So we need a custom event, and this is going to be remove underscore stamina. Pretty easy, eh? Okay, and what that's going to do is we're going to get the stamina and we're going to take away how much stamina we actually use. So in my game, I want to be able to upgrade this. So I want to duplicate this and promote this to a variable, and obviously put it into players info, and this one here I want to be able to obviously instant editable as well. I want this to be stamina drain. Okay, yeah, and so for example, if we want it to drain 1 a second, then it'll drain 1 a second. Okay, so you just literally put 0.1, it will drain 1/10, so 10 times of this running, the stamina will be drained. Okay, so if you want it to be more, so 0.2 of it running, you could do that. Yeah, so it's drained within 5 parts, and then obviously as you buy perks to get better and get more healthier in the game, or whatever way you want to do it, you get better at running, you can lower this number. You can set this number in game by buying something in a shop or something like that. So if you bought a Red Bull in a shop, for example, you can put your stamina drain to 0.05 for 5 minutes. So you can run more, and that's how I like doing it. Okay, so we need to then set the stamina. Okay, but how this needs to work is that if the sprint is being pressed, we need to create a boolean for this. So if we create a boolean and then rename and put using stamina, okay, now we need this to run as many times as possible. Okay, so we need to remove this every time. So remove stamina. If we put a delay in here, so every let's put every 1 second. Every 1 second of sprinting, yeah, it's going to lose 1 stamina, and we're going to get it on the event tick. But what the event tick is going to do, these become very, very greedy for your resources. So I'm specifically just going to put a branch, and I'm going to put it as using stamina. Okay, so if the using stamina is false, we're going to do something in a minute. But if it's true, then we want to do the remove stamina. So we want to grab the remove stamina. Okay, so if this is true, then we want to remove stamina. Now we need to create another custom event and call this regen stamina. Okay, and it's going to be exactly the same, but again, we're going to literally Control D this so you duplicate it. And if it's not pressed, then we want to do the regen stamina. So this needs to be a plus. So this needs to be a plus. This needs to go. This needs to go, which is stamina drain. Okay. And then we need to promote this to a variable, put it in ref, put it in player info, obviously, and call this stamina. Oh, that's not how you spell stamina. Stamina regen. Okay. And then obviously we want the regen to regen 0.1. Okay, so you can change your fiddle around with these, but you know, this sort of works for me. Okay, so every 1 second it'll regen, and then obviously at the end here we can check the stamina here. So we need to go is greater or equal to 1. If it is, that's a branch. If it is, then we need to set using stamina to false. Wait, is that the right way around? Wait. Right, so when pressed, we're going to be using stamina. So stamina set, when pressed, we're going to be using stamina. Okay, and that's what we're going to be doing. And then off here, we're going to be setting it to not using the stamina. Okay, So now when we're released, we're not using stamina. Alright, but this needs to be another boolean and called stamina full question mark. We're going to compile, we're going to save that, and then we're going to pull out of here, set the stamina to full, which means that that is going to stop the regen. So we're going to branch this. We're going to put stamina full here. Okay. And if that's true, so if we're coming off false and the stamina isn't full, remove stamina. We need to set it there. So stamina, set stamina to isn't full. So if the stamina is full, then obviously don't do anything. But if the stamina is false and it's not full, then we want to regen stamina. Okay, and as easy as pumpkin pie. So we're going to drag that up there. That tick's going to run every second, but it's going to get to this regen and it's going to get to this and it's going to wait a second before it's running. So it's got to run the whole code before it's finished. So it's running on a 1 second timer. So we've got the sprint done, we've got the remove stamina, and we've got the regen stamina here. So I'm going to grab this and comment this and call this stamina regen slash drain, and we're going to bubble it, and it's going to fuck off somewhere over there. Okay, maybe change the colour of it to blue. I like the blue. There we go. Well, the black's nice. If you like the black, then the black's nice. Right. So the event tick can sit up here. There'll be plenty. Might be more, maybe growing and things like that on there. But we could just literally just jump off here, put branching, and put is planted. If no, then go to this one. If it, then go to this one. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, you know, we can work it out like that. So we've got stamina drain, stamina regen, and using the stamina is going to stay, player info, and both of them are going to be instant editable. Okay, I'm going to compile this and save. We're now going to go back to the third person map, go to our content folder, user interface widget blueprint. The first one's going to be called main underscore HUD. And then the next one is going to be called stamina, or no, the next one is going to be called player vitals. I don't think the stage for vitals, but we'll have to do. So in the main HUD, we need just a canvas panel. That's literally all we need is a canvas panel. Get that in there, compile, save that. Third person character, then on begin play, we're literally going to just create that. So on begin play, create widget, and the widget is going to be the main HUD. The only player is going to be self. We're going to promote to variable, call this main HUD. Main HUD, so we can reference it. That's exactly what we want, and then we're going to add it to viewport, to viewport. There we go. And then I like to right click, duplicate, collapse the function, and put HUD. There you go. Done. Maybe put, if you hold S down and click, it puts a sequence in, so it does this shit first. So you put your casting and your HUDs and your shit up there, and then you go down and do your other little bits and bobs. Yeah, anyhow, right. Half hour in, good. We're making progress. Right, so now what we need to do is get rid of that HUD because we don't need it, get rid of the animation blueprint, get rid of the walk speed, and let's open up the platter variables. Nah, this needs to be a size box. We're going to drag a size box in, we're then going to drag a border in. Oh, that's nice, what border item. We're then going to drag a border in, and we're going to fill screen to the side. Nah, The size box needs to be width and override, so I'm going to probably go 250. Not that big, 150. But probably 50 here. Oh, fuck off. No way am I doing that. That's way too small, 30. There we go. Now, the border I want to be a blue. Let's go for blue. No, that is not. That's content, so let's go for blue. Change the alpha. Boom. And then in here we're going to get a progress bar. And we're going to slop it in there. So this is the stamina. Don't necessarily have to be that big. We could probably make it a little bit thingy and probably add a horizontal in here. Right. Okay, so that'll just do for a minute. So, alright, let's get rid of that progress bar. Let's bring in a horizontal box here because it can only have one. The horizontal box is going to have an image and it's going to have a progress bar. There we go. It's going to be fill. We're going to make it this big and then like that. There we go. And then this image, I'm going to show you where I get my images from. Oh, message. We get my images from, yep, that's my name, not where it at. We get it from icon8.com. So let me just bring it over here. And we just want literally one for stamina. And we'll probably could use something like that. Let's fuck it, let's use something like that. So you can change the colour to a white. Download the jogger, download, they're free. I always use them. And then third person, we're going to create a folder for widgets, keep it all nice and organised. Grab these two, drag them in there, and then we're going to create one for textures, which is images. And let me just quickly get that image. Open up the text folder first, drag that into there, there we go. Right click, rename, and call this stamina underscore icon. Okay, so we can save that, go to the player vital, click on this, go to brush, change this to the stamina icon, not the Bulldog, the image. There you go. Right, so this progress bar is going to be filling in blue. I want it a bit darker blue than that. Just so you can sort of tell where your stamina is, because obviously the background's blue. So now what we need to do, we now need to connect this player vital to our third person character, which is on pre-construct. We're just literally going to cast it because it's not going to affect it that much. We're just going to cast to the third person character. We're going to pull off here and get player pawn. Lovely jubbly. I'm going to right click and promote to variable, and then obviously bang it in ref. Good habit to have that, I'm telling you. So go back to the design, click on the progress bar, which is the stamina bar, I'm going to call it, okay, which obviously that's what it is, and then this is the stamina image. Okay, and we can duplicate this for health as well and other shit like that. Don't need to have it blue, have it whatever colour you want, but on the stamina bar we're going to bind this third person to stamina. Control, save. Go back to the main HUD, and if you come down to user created and get player vital, you can see it's here. So we're going to make this a little bit bigger. Why is that so small? Let's see how small that is. That's very small. Does it work? starting to work. And that's starting to generate. One again. And that's starting to generate. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright, we're going to have to make that a little bit bigger on this player vials. So maybe the size box, let's make the size box 250 by 60. This horizontal box needs to be filled. This stamina bar needs to be filled. Whoa, John. This needs to be filled. Not that big though. So does this. Stamina bar. Does these really have to be that big? So yeah, we're going to base the padding on the top of 15 and the bottom of 15. So it isn't actually that big, it's a bit smaller. And we're going to make this 32, maybe. There you go. Control, save. Main HUD, a bit bigger for you. There we go. Now, to move this about, we want this one down in the corner. But make sure you anchor it. If you don't anchor it properly anyway, it moves around the screen when people have different size screens. So you anchor it and you don't have an issue. Oh, there you go, it's at the bottom of the screen. You run, it's going to take the stamina away. And obviously, when the stamina hits 0, we're still running. Okay, we should be going back to walking. Okay, and it's not regenning once the stamina hits 0 because it still believes that it's running. Okay, so that's 2 little bugs that we need to figure out here. So back down here, so obviously pressed, we now need to check to see if the stamina, so let's grab the stamina, so from here, if stamina is less or equal to 0, okay, we want to hit a branch. And if that's true, then we want to put these should be functions really, but we're gonna do them like this. So we then want to set max walking speed, so Control C, Control V. Way, this is true, just set max walking speed to 250, and we need the character movement. There we go. And then obviously we then need to say that we're not sprinting, so we need to Control C this and Control V this, okay, to say that we're stopping sprinting. And then we want to run the regen stamina. Okay, so then we want to regen stamina. Right. I don't think we need to do that. No, we don't need to do that. So obviously it's getting triggered for that, and then it's going to start what's it called in that. So hopefully now, if we run and it wastes all our stamina, it should automatically stop us and we should be walking, which is not. We have to re-click. Okay, so we have to put the remove stamina here. Right, so let's cut that, bring this down here. So stamina isn't full. We'll go to branch and we'll do everything the same. So stamina isn't full, we're not using stamina anymore. because we're going to be setting it to that. Okay, so it gives you a chance to move back. So hope this works. Restarting it's easy. There you go, no walking. And we're starting to regen stamina. Okay, then we go again because now we've got stamina, and it starts to now walking. Okay, lovely. What was the other bug? What was the other bug? I can't remember what the other bug was. What was it? Can't remember. I can't remember what the other bug was. I think we just fixed both of them.